We're in it the whole way, and then a call doesn't go our way, and it just changes the result. So we have a lot of opportunities to score. We don't take them. Leaves Gotham a chance to win the game. So you got to take your opportunities when they present themselves. But yeah, it was same old feeling after the game. Disappointed with the result. Effort was great as always. The players are really putting the effort in. Just want the result to really feel like they're rewarded for their effort.
Austin?
Seb kind of mentioned it with back-to-back results, back-to-back stoppage time goals. For the mentality of this team, what do you need to do as their coach to be able to kind of keep their spirits up and keep them believing that they are, in fact, in the games and being the protagonists?
Yeah, it's tidying up the basics, right? Can you put that little bit more pressure on, the 2% that we always talk about? It's coming towards the end of the games, which is disappointing because that's where when the fatigue starts adding up. Again, they put so much work into the start of the game, and towards the start of the second half, it's that last bit where you have to build character in them moments. You got to at least come away with a point. You got to stay concentrated. It's a PK again. Which is a regular occurrence right now with us. We have to review it, and it is what it is right now. The refs aren't going to change the decision after the game.
Luis?
Coach, you're fielding a fairly young squad. Can you talk a little bit about how these growing pains will be part of the process towards the development of the team?
Yeah, it's only development if you learn from it, right? So getting the exposure to these scenarios in the game should only help them moving forward. The important thing is that you have to learn from it. You have to, and that's part of the development. Again, Gotham have a very experienced team, some international players who have been through these moments. It's only going to help our players when they get an exposure in the games and these situations and scenarios and how they manage it and build character moving forward. We know that we're not the finished article yet. We know this is still a building process. We know that, we're still trying to help the young players, and we have experienced players here, and it's getting them all together. And I think it looks like a team right now. It's that last bit of work that needs to be done to get results.
Back row to Sean.
Can you talk about the decision to start Kaylee in goal tonight?
Yeah, so, we had a few minor injuries. Kaylee has been within the club for a while now. She's been waiting for an opportunity. I remember last year she played Gotham and she was brilliant in Challenge Cup. She's just been patient, and I thought she was great today. I thought, there's going to be a few nerves, but she managed them well. So again, it's given her exposure. It's her time. So again, we're always challenging players. We're always pushing players for places and to be in the starting 11. So again, that continues with the goalkeepers as well.
Luis in the middle.
Seb, good evening. North Carolina is coming up, another tough opponent. How can we improve defensively, especially those last 10 minutes? It seems that the penalty goal affected the backline big time mentally. Lynn Williams just pushed through the defense. How can we get better at that?
I think it goes back to the basics. You go through all the goals that we've conceded this year. It's been through our own downfall, really. You go back to Portland, giving the ball away into, high-risk situations, penalties, long ball over the top. It's just going back to the basics and making sure that we clean up the basics, because I felt like we, between the defenders, midfielders, Gotham didn't really carve us open too often. It's a penalty at the end of the game. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a referee decision that's gone against us again. So, again, can we stop ourselves from being in them positions? Yeah. But, it's again, getting into them final moments of the game. Can we be on the other side of the field and start pushing for a goal and ultimately us winning the game instead?
Last two will go Austin, then Luis.
I just wanted to ask you about Viviana getting back on the pitch. She was an important piece in that midfield block last year, just getting her back into game fitness, how important is that to the midfield of this team?
It adds another player to our roster, another player who's challenging for a starting spot. So, yeah, it helps. It gives her exposure to getting into the game. You know, she's been out quite a while now, having missed pre-season also. But, you know, she's a quality player. She'll find her rhythm relatively quickly, and you know, she's going to be another important piece for us moving forward.
And Luis.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about what you saw during the match so that there was only one substitution relatively early and then the three-player sub in the 91st minute?
So we knew that Marta was restricted with minutes, you know, having missed last week and still coming back from an ACL. So that substitution was always going to happen. Again, we're missing some players. We're missing, you know, the likes of Julie Doyle's been out, Ali Watt was out. So that front line looked a little bit thin today. So it's just trying to manage players. We knew that we needed more legs, we needed more energy with the substitutions. And again, it's, you know, it's one of them things that, you know, you put players in and it comes off. It looks great, and you know, it can go the other way. And I don't think anything. It didn't really change the game. I don't think it really affected us with them making subs and we're not making subs. I thought we had good rhythm going into that last stretch. The players really believed that they could go on and win the game. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. We were like that against Angel City as well. We felt that we were going to be the team that wins the game. And, you know, it's tough right now because they are putting the effort in, they are believing, and we're just falling short right now. So, again, it's a learning moment. But we have to learn. We have to get better. We can't keep losing games at home. This needs to be a fortress. This needs to be a hard environment, which I think we're starting to cause other teams to find it difficult to play here. But again, it's going to be results that matter the most.